Hello to all astrology lovers. Today we're discussing the transit of the Sun through the zodiac sign of Aquarius. It started on January 19th, 2025 and will last until February 18th, inclusive. January 19th at 8:00 p.m., the Sun has changed its zodiac sign and moved into Aquarius. And here we have, of course, completely new energies coming in. These energies are unlike those of Capricorn. These are lighter, more airy energies. And actually, before we look at its features, let's remember a little bit about what the Sun's transit is and how it affects our lives. Well, first of all, the Sun is like an indicator in our horoscope, which symbolizes our consciousness. It activates the theme of our self-expression, willpower, vitality. And that's why its transit activates exactly these aspects of life. When the Sun moves through different houses of the horoscope, it kind of illuminates and it strengthens the areas that it touches. It definitely encourages us to take action, make decisions, and express ourselves in the relevant areas in the corresponding houses of the horoscope. Moreover, during the transit of the Sun, we often feel a surge of life energy. The desire to express oneself, such intensified activity, the drive for recognition without a doubt is present here. The zodiac sign influences the manifestation of the Sun's energy. For example, the transit of the Sun through the first house can give us a desire to be in the spotlight, highlighting our individuality. When the transit of the Sun goes through the 10th house, it activates themes of career and professional self-realization. The Sun's transit also has a significant impact on our inner balance. It encourages us to reassess our life goals, our systems, values, or desired outcomes. The Sun's transit in general helps us to see our path more clearly, to recognize our own needs, and to find completely different ways to fulfill them. It's important to note that at times when the Sun forms other aspects with other planets too, it can activate both positive and more complex energies here, always pushing us towards changes and new beginnings. And now let's look at the characteristics of the Sun's transit in Aquarius. First of all, it's important to consider that the Sun's transit through Aquarius brings an energy of freedom into our lives. The energies of collective consciousness, collective participation activates the theme of innovation and technology. So this is a time when the focus of our lives shifts towards originality, on unconventional thinking, on using progressive ideas in our lives. Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, symbolizes in US changes. It activates the theme of independence and the desire to improve society as a whole. And so during this period, we feel a strong desire to break free from outdated structures, stereotypes, and any limitations. The Sun in this sign activates our need to be unique, pushes us towards self-expression and the search for new, more flexible ways of living and realization. Symbolically, the Sun's transit through Aquarius represents the 11th house of the horoscope. And that means that our desire to connect with like-minded people and friends is greatly activated in our lives. We want to strengthen our social connections and friendships, and we want to achieve some big goals together. And here there is also an increased interest in new technologies, as I mentioned, and research. The themes of social justice, equality, and innovation are activated here. The Sun Aquarius transit promotes the strengthening of network connections and involvement in any large collective projects, to the unification of efforts to achieve progress, to reach a significant common goal. And here we become more open to new ideas and to everything unconventional in our lives. In personal life, for example, the Sun's transit through Aquarius can activate a desire to experiment in relationships and to be more independent, more free in relationships, to break away from some traditional boundaries And during this transit, we want to interact with partners who share our common goals, our shared values. It is important to use the energies of the Sun's transit through Aquarius here to develop flexible thinking, to work on adaptation, to implement something new in various areas of our lives. Now let's look at the significant aspects that the Sun will make during this transit, that is through the zodiac sign of Aquarius. First of all, its transit. The Sun in Aquarius will begin its conjunction with Pluto. It's a very significant conjunction that will activate processes of deep transformations and changes in our life trajectory. Here, the aspect will stimulate an inner need. Some very radical changes in our lives, which can relate to both personal life and professional aspects, as well as external areas of life. Here, solar energy, combined with the power of Pluto, can lead to a revision of one's own beliefs. Letting go of outdated behavior patterns marks the beginning of a completely new phase of self-awareness. The conjunction of the Sun with Pluto in Aquarius is happening for the first time in our lives, just like Pluto in Aquarius itself. This time will reveal even more of this aspect. Will open up a whole cycle of situations where we may encounter them, requiring strength, will, high determination, overcoming personal crises. Here a struggle for power can occur. Here control in relationships can occur, and letting go of it, because Aquarius is all about freedom and independence. Or there may be situations when it is necessary to radically change, for example, your career. It is important here. These changes occur on a very deep level. They touch upon our subconscious structures. And the transit of the Sun through Aquarius itself can help to get rid of old dependencies and blockages. It gives us a chance to recognize and let go, transform suppressed fears, suppressed desires and emotions, and get rid of all of that. This period really demands some readiness for very tough changes. And the ability to be, first and foremost, honest with ourselves is again this aspect of the conjunction of the Sun with Pluto, and to learn to use your inner strength for constructive purposes and to create something completely new in the cycle of your life. The exact aspect is expected on January 21st, 2025. On January 23rd, we have the trine of the Sun in Aquarius with retrograde Jupiter in Gemini. And here, a very favorable atmosphere will be created for a deep rethinking of life beliefs and stereotypes. So this is a time when we can reevaluate our life goals. We can reassess our life strategies. We will be reassessing some previous decisions in the context of new knowledge, new experiences, because Jupiter's influence here is primarily related to expanding our horizons with learning. It can push us to seek new ideas and philosophical views, some changes in long-term plans. And in combination with the energies of Aquarius, there will be an emphasis on something new, on an unconventional approach. That is, the aspect itself promotes restoration, lost perspective, or finding new opportunities. This often happens through communication, through the exchange of knowledge, because Jupiter is in Gemini. And here situations may include a return to long-forgotten great ones. To some projects, either a reevaluation of past decisions, as I said, or the opportunity to obtain some important information, which it will help us overcome some obstacles that have arisen in various areas of life, whether in certain projects or relationships. And here it's important to be open to unconventional approaches to any insights, ready to look at things differently. On the other hand, to reevaluate some of our past ideas and how to enrich them with fresh information and new perspectives. On January 28th, the Sun in Aquarius will be conjunct with Mercury in Aquarius, and there will be an activation of thought processes, ideas, and communications, which this aspect will create very let's say, ideal conditions for the realization of mental and creative projects. The aspect will also promote clarity in the perception of information quickly, processing any ideas, and this will allow for making quicker, more well-considered decisions. Here, the influence of Aquarius will stimulate unconventional thinking, innovative approaches, ideas, interest in new progressive directions and trends. Situations that may arise on this aspect include new awareness, insights, important conversations, negotiations that open up new opportunities for us. It's a time for active idea exchange, for debates and discussions that will lead to breakthroughs in projects, in relationships, in business, and help find solutions to very complex problems. It's important to be open here. Important, flexible, adaptable specifically, for experimentation in thought processes and also to embrace new perspectives, use information, technologies, to be open to information flows and to use energy to the fullest benefit. A precise aspect is waiting for us on February 9th, 2025. Feb 1st, the Sun is conjunct with the asteroid series. There are very interesting energies here that draw our attention to issues of care, nourishment, and meeting the needs of both personal and broader social groups. In general, the influence of Ceres symbolizes the maternal instinct, nourishment, protection. And in combination with solar energy, this can lead to an awareness of the need to support certain processes in terms of care, in relationships in your surroundings, and towards loved ones. Aquarian energy, when it connects with the asteroid, specifically through the Sun, it activates collective processes and innovative approaches to caring for and supporting other people. So it's a time to show care, both in relationships with loved ones and at the level of social and professional groups. There may arise a very strong desire to help others, to strengthen connections, to provide support, to provide some mutual assistance, to participate in some kind of mutual help. Here, in addition, the conjunction may highlight the need to improve and take care of your health and well-being, specifically through some alternative healing methods. A precise aspect is expected on February 14th. On February 5th, the Sun will square Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is already in direct motion. And here this square can create situations of surprise, tension, which are associated with the need for changes, restructuring, especially in matters concerning the stability of material values. The aspect can cause very strong resistance to changes in familiar structures. In some forms, this can be related to personal life, finances, and career in various aspects. Uranus's influence here is that of the planet of surprises, and revolution in a square, a disharmonious aspect with the Sun, personalities, or self-expression. It can force us to go beyond our limits, familiar boundaries, comfort zones, and reevaluate our goals and values. Of course, we need to see in which house of the horoscope this will be happening. More precisely, which houses. And here, 10 situations may arise that require very quick reactions and flexibility. You might encounter unpredictable circumstances that will force you to change your plans. It's important to be ready for uncertainty here. Use this time for renewal to adapt to new conditions. At the same time, try to maintain that inner stability, even if in the moment it feels like the end of the world. But these situations arise specifically for our, let's say, reboot and renewal. The exact aspect awaits us on February 11th. What else is here? It's important that at the same time the Sun will be in trine with the Black Moon. And here, this aspect, the Black Moon, by the way, is in Libra. They will create situations in which the balance in relationships will come to the forefront and become a very important topic. The only thing is that the Black Moon is connected precisely with deep, sometimes hidden aspects of our lives, sometimes even with karmic lessons. In combination with the Sun, it represents the planet of self-expression and individuality. There may be a moment like this when will happen. This is a carburetor, a deep assessment of some important aspects of life in the context of social roles, in the context of partnership, because Libra symbolizes relationships and balance in relationships. And here the aspect will be opening up the possibility to harmonize relationships, to find mutual understanding, but at the same time, it can reveal hidden fears, to bring up some insecurities, some unconscious dynamics, anxiety. And all of this needs to be worked through. The Sun will shine a light on us. This is a time to take responsibility for your own desires, even for your own fears and their integration in our relationships, in any partnership. So in any context of relationships, to create balance, to establish such harmony, to cleanse ourselves of illusions of manipulations in relationships and to make them smoother and more comfortable. On February 18th, the Sun moves into the zodiac sign of Pisces. And here, this transition occurs in a separating square with the asteroid Juno. Juno is in Scorpio. And this aspect can create tense situations that are specifically related to deep partnership and intimate relationships. In general, Juno is an asteroid that symbolizes union, loyalty, obligations, partnership, but being in Scorpio, it also focuses attention on transforming the nuances of our relationships regarding interactions with other people. And here in the square with the Sun, the planet of self-expression, conflicts may arise between personal desires, between the need for example, independence and the deep needs of our loved ones. There may even be some demands placed in partnership relationships. The aspect can really bring to light very hidden issues of trust, control, and power dynamics in partnership relationships. That is, it is time to actually work on the balance between one's own needs, especially those related to freedom and independence and commitment to other people. Especially in the context of relationships, it's important to not lose yourself, to not shut down in relationships, but at the same time to maintain that balance. And now let's look at the effects of the Sun's transit through Aquarius for each of the 12 signs. Capricorns. The Sun in Aquarius is transiting through your second house of the horoscope, and it draws your attention to financial matters, resources, material stability, as well as your self-esteem. The energy of Aquarius will add to you and activates unconventional thinking. Such an innovative approach and a focus on collective or social aspects, goals. So this is a time when you can think about how to make your income more stable while remaining as flexible as possible, as open as possible, open to new opportunities. The transit itself will create situations when you come up with ideas for unconventional earning, especially if you use the internet, technology, or participate in collective projects. There will be situations for reassessment, values, approach to money, priorities in spending and saving. Here, you'll have the opportunity to start a new financial project or begin investing. Moreover, if these investments are made through the internet, it could potentially bring you good income in the future. Here is the possibility of income coming in from unexpected sources, for example, from friends, groups that purchase your services, or participation in joint initiatives. Here, there may be situations and changes in your attitude towards your talents, skills, and abilities. So you may realize that your abilities can be monetized. In addition, situations related to issues of financial independence will come to the forefront in order to work through the energy of this transit as effectively as possible. Dive into analyzing your finances. Think about unconventional sources of income and implement them in your life. Reassess your values or focus on strengthening your self-esteem by consulting a specialist, psychologist, or coach. Focus on investment matters, especially if these are investments in innovations or the use of technology. So go ahead and collaborate, because this transit opens up opportunities for resolving your financial and material issues. In addition, it opens up additional opportunities, unconventional earnings. I wish you success. Subscribe, like, share this video. Bye-bye.